everyone relax. I have on shorts. They're a little short, but I'm in the house and I'm an adult. Either way, you know, I'm being moved to say that because yesterday I wore shorts to work, and I don't traditionally wear shorts unless I'm going to like the beach or something like that, or I'm out, or and doing recreational fun summer stuff. But yeah, because I never really felt comfortable wearing shorts. Although I have, don't get it twisted, but like having complete comfort in wearing them, because my thighs I felt were big, or my butt it was poking out, because I used to be a little bit more hippie or a little bit thicker in that arena. But anyway, I wore shorts nonetheless yesterday, and I had some interesting responses, more or less from women than men. The men were, for the most part, respectful, and it wasn't a big deal. It's just another black girl with some legs and some little skinny legs, without cellulite and all that, and it's all good. But that's neither here nor there. But I did say it because this is Experience Black, where Black represents beautiful looks always created kindly. And it's not often, if ever, have many people see me in white. Usually I'm wearing black or darker colors, but it's not because I'm depressed or anything. It's just that's my color. I liked it for whatever reason. I also like white, but with the work that I do, a lot of hands-on stuff and working with products and color and all that, when white gets stained, it's a mess. It's not fun, and I don't like stains on white things. So that's why I don't traditionally wear a lot of white, because it would irritate the hell out of me. But anyway, that's just a little bit of rambling I decided to do before we get started. So it is May 1st, 2022, honey. I'm feeling great. Yes, I'm feeling great. My bundles finally came in from Runway Curls. So I got a new unit that I'm gonna start working on this week. I'm gonna capture some new footage. I've been blessed, from my hard work. I've been able to, put some things in place, financially, securing things, to be able to confidently and comfortably expand in my business and in my personal life, and just maintaining my idea of some type of balance and peace and harmony, while manifesting and attracting the things in my life that I have worked so hard for so long. So I'm excited, and I'm excited for the people like myself who are in alignment with my energy and the work that I do here at marissablack.com, Experience Black International, and the OGs United. I want to send a very, very special shout out to all the phenomenal work that is showing up on Miss Black's OG network. The podcasts that have been coming across my table, I'm just like appalled. I'm impressed. I'm excited. I'm grateful. I am just grateful to be here, to be witnessing it all, to be a part of it all, and just doing my small part, respectfully and responsibly, to make sure that the truth is available for the truth seekers, and what I'm now being moved to call our truth speakers. Yeah, we've had a long time, time journey, centuries of self-discovery, individually and collectively, and we've been able to come across a lot of information, but when we finally come across the truth, it feels different, it tastes different, it looks different, it smells different, it's a different experience. So it's just something that awakens us and makes us more curious about, the things in life that we have been, conditioned to believe was not for us or was evil or, anything of the sort. So that's why I'm here, just this is me, I have a little bit of makeup on and a little bit of hair extensions and everything, but I'm Marissa. My good friends know me as Miss Black. I like to spell Miss M $, because the $ stands for sense. Make sense with Miss Black. Make sense with beautiful looks, always created kindly. That is what I do. That's what I'm about. That's what I'm here for. And I'm just here to now, be able to expand and grow in that by helping other people that are interested in, working smarter and not harder, and working together to do what it is that we enjoy doing, living in our truths, having healthy, happy relationships within ourselves first, so that we're able to have that with one another, with the people that we say that we love, whether that is a significant other, a spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, however you identify that special loved one in your life. Then if you decide to have children, where you're able to be a healthy, grounded parent, to the children or child that you bring into the world. We also want to make sure that we are taking care of those who have taken care of us before us, whether that be, favorite uncles and aunties and great aunts and aunts and grandparents, of course, and great grandparents. They're so important. Our elders, if we still have them around, we don't want to take them for granted, because it has been a very, very, very trying few years where, they said, for a long time in different texts and different translations that, when it comes to these end days, these end times, it would be, the survival of the fittest, and that's what we're seeing here now. So I've just, like I said, been doing my part to make sure that I'm preserving my energy when I need to. I'm not, trying to walk in anyone else's lane or walking in anyone else's shoes, just making sure that, I'm doing what it is that the Most High God, the Creator, the Source, the Alpha and the Omega, the I Am presence, that, Creator of all that is good, walking in the purpose and the mission that was provided to me from that I am, that I am. Yes. In the Bible, we can find that in the book of Exodus 3:14. So, yes, with that being said, I feel like my shoes have been, pretty heavy, whether I'm wearing the flip-flops or the combat boots or the pumps, all my shoes most definitely have had some heavy bottoms on them. But nonetheless, I'm grateful that I've learned how to stride lightly in them and, take off running when I need to in them. I'm just being honest. Life is real, and you just never know who you're going to meet and, what's around the corner. So you want to be as prepared, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, and financially. So with me having that great understanding and have been spending, my entire adult life in some way, shape, or form, practicing, becoming more in tune, more in alignment, more balanced, more grounded, more grateful, more humble, more compassionate, more loving, just being a better student in the areas in which I'm studying, and have a desire to be better and greater in, and then also being a better teacher, making sure that I am connected with and, speaking and teaching that which is truth, that which is in alignment with truth. So that's why I have invested in the library that I have, whether it be physical books or the digital material that I have on Miss Black's OG network, whether they be, ancient texts in the form of audiobooks, from great, great philosophers, writers, teachers, psychologists, and, just people who have really studied the heart as well as the mind, and, taking a look at them, individually and collectively within us, and knowing and understanding how, these are tools that we need to learn to work with harmoniously, to be able to recognize, the truth when it presents itself to us. Because there's a lot of deceit, a lot of manipulation, a lot of brainwashing and conditioning, what in the tarot, I'm going to get into our tarot reading in a few, but we know as the devil energy, that suppressive energy, oppressive energy that wants you to feel lack instead of abundant, that wants you to feel fear instead of love, that wants you to hide and, basically, hide instead of, being transparent and being bold and being courageous and, being a leader, if that's what it is that you're here to do and be. If you are someone that is, building a family, or you have a family, then if you are the adult or the parent in that situation, then you are a leader in your household and your family. And you may not necessarily have the responsibilities and tasks of someone in leadership that's in politics, or, the CEO of a Fortune 500 company, but you're still in shit. You could, why not? If you want to, do it. But if that's not you, but you still are a stay-at-home mom or stay-at-home dad, if that works in your dynamic, you know what I mean? I'm all into, finding the truth of what works best for you and not harming anyone else in the process is what I'm all about. So, if staying at home dad works better in, your situation and your commitment and your union, your harmonious union, then that's up to you. But that was just an example. But with all of this in life, we all have room to grow and learn and, be better and do better. So that is what Miss Black's OG Network is all about. Keeping us in alignment with, the news around the world that is useful for us in areas and, on the continent of Africa. So much of, what we've known, throughout my life, at least I know for a fact, of what we've been conditioned to believe about a country like Africa is there's so much poverty, when the truth of the matter is there's so much wealth and, riches and, resources and nutrients, the important things that, we need to, transform our environments, our lives, just getting back in alignment with Mother Nature and Mother Earth. If we don't do that, I don't want to talk about, what's going to happen if we don't, because we're all experiencing that to some degree or another. If you want to know more about that, I encourage you to start checking out Miss Black's OG Network every day and checking out things like Motherland News and First State News, which gives us, a collection of news from different news sources, sometimes multiple news sources on the same story or, situation, so we can get different perspectives of it and make sure that, the media isn't trying to blow smoke up our asses or, keep the truth from us, things of the sort. So with that being said, current events, as well as, educational and motivational things that contribute to developing yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, and financially, socially as well. So with Organized Goddess 11, that is a collection of some phenomenal goddesses that I have come across within my journey that I most definitely appreciate their work, and how they have thrived, through the pandemic and still, using their voices and standing their ground and making sure that, those that are connected to the messages that they have to share, they have been making sure that they've been showing up and, delivering those messages and helping people to, transition in these times of change, in these times of healing, just making sure that we're able to do that respectfully and responsibly, whether we are a single person, man or woman, and we are fine with being single, or you're someone that is interested in, being married or being in a healthy, committed, harmonious relationship, or if you're already in a relationship and you're looking to be better and grow and, have that relationship be healthier and filled with more joy and peace, or you're in a relationship and you have all of that and you're just looking to maintain it, because sometimes in life, when you are feeling abundant, you're feeling great, you're feeling fruitful, you're feeling alive, you're feeling love and your family and your work and your community, then, the enemy, negativity, someone's fear being projected in different ways towards you, whether that be envy or jealousy or, things of the sort. People do some of the most unfortunate things and say some of the most unfortunate things about people when they're in their prime and when they're in their peak of, their careers or, their growth. So with that happening, so frequently, so abundantly, you have to be prepared for that. You have to be prepared for that. And when I say prepared, I mean mentally, spiritually, emotionally, and financially, in case you have to throw that bread down to check somebody to let them know that you're not going to play with, they're not going to play with you, your name, your brand, or anything like that. Yes. I have ladies, and gents that are professionals in that area as well. So I don't encourage anyone to play with anyone like that, especially not myself. Moving on. You need to be protected, and that type of protection is something that you have to start with, you. No one else can make you commit to your mental health and making sure that you're not allowing people and things and ideas and, unfortunate things that's not going to help you to be your greatest in and, distract you from that which you're here to do, for that which, you're here to do. For real. Like, that's all it, the devil, the enemy, like, if you sum it up, what this does, like, yesterday, I was getting ready for work and I was moved to pull out these decks, and I had them in a box. Every once in a while I'll box up my tarot cards, my oracle cards, just to kind of get them out the way, because I'm not like feeling like, reading energy right now, and I like to keep my space as organized as possible. So I pulled them out before I went to work, and what I was moved to do was, in each tarot deck, take the High Priestess and put her on the top and flip her over on the top of the deck and put the devil on the bottom. So for my Egyptian tarot deck, this here is the High Priestess and this is the devil on the bottom of the deck. And we have in this goddess element deck, or this elemental goddess deck, here is the High Priestess here, and then the devil on the bottom. Now, the devil on this one, I really appreciate it because it looks so 3D, so real life. A lot of times when people look at something like, this, it looks more animated, more, like fairy tale, more, like what kind of truth can you find from that? But, you have to be connected with the symbology and, the mathematics, the science, all of that, to be able to really, the elements, to really process and understand and appreciate, you know, those type of imagery when it comes to like tarot. But this one here, I love it. Like I said, it looks really like relatable. You know, it gives you an idea of what the devil really represents, like contractual agreements, whether they be soul agreements, soul contracts, or making contracts in financial arenas, you know, homes, cars, you know, things that, you know, create debt. You know, that type of devil energy. It's a real thing. So I like that deck for that. Then we have the traditional Rider-Waite deck. This one here is the High Priestess here, and this is what the devil looks like here. So you have two people, you know, chained together, you know, naked, with the devil standing tall and proud behind them, because he's happy that he has these people together, and, you know, they're stuck and they're not in alignment with truth, the God, Most High. They're not in alignment with that, and they're miserable, and they are probably experiencing depression and, you know, self-hate and hate one another, but they put on their mask, their fake faces, and, you know, pretend that everything is okay when it's really not. In their union, it's founded on, you know, unhealthy, toxic, you know, unhealthy and toxicity. Then we have here our Osho Zen tarot deck. This one here is more softer images. Osho Zen is more just a softer Buddha-like energy. And here the devil is conditioning. You have sheep here, and I'm guessing this is supposed to be a wolf, you know. So you have the wolf with the sheep, just that reminder, you know, the conditioning. The one that wants to control a situation is going to have a mask on to present whatever they want in a way that they're going to get what they want, but it may be at the expense of a lot of things. At the expense of a lot of things. So with the conditioning, I think about the media, and, you know, energy harvesting is a real thing. And with that, we are in a period now where the United States is reaping what it's sown. And, you know, with that, we have to be prepared for anything, any day, anytime. And I don't say that to, you know, be a fear monger, because that's not my style. That's what the news and the media has been doing for a long time, but it's been doing it in a way that hasn't benefited you to see the world for what it is, for what it truly is, and how you can be your best and show up in the world. Instead, it's wanted to embed fear in you, and to fear that there's this big boogeyman, you know, the devil, and it's done that through, you know, religion primarily, and the education system, and systems across the board. These things have been presented to help, but they've been hurting and keeping you trapped and stuck and confused and unaware and, you know, disconnected. And that's why we have so many addictions, you know. People are managing, you know, the disconnect from truth, the disconnect from source, the God, the true living God, you know. Jesus, yes, I love Jesus. Absolutely, you know, Yeshua, you know, Hosea, Christ, Horus, Heru. I mean, we have a lot of different names, you know, for the characters that teach the same lessons and moved a certain way within their journey, within their storyline, that the bottom line for me is the bottom line. Like, Jesus most definitely is a teacher of compassion. If we get that and we focus on that part of it, you know, that's to me what the Kundalini awakening is, the Christ consciousness awakening is. Because people will say that they love you. People use that word so loosely, you know. I myself, I have been guilty of, you know, using it loosely throughout my life as well. But then I have to sometimes question it, like, was I? Like, I am saying it with, you know, a pure intention, you know what I mean, when I use it. So not to get anything from someone or to manipulate a situation or nothing like that. So, I mean, is it me using it too loosely? I've asked myself that realistically. So with that, I've had a desire to study love, to find out, you know, what love is. And there's different styles, you know. Look back in some of my very old Instagram and, you know, my old videos when I would just be reading and sharing things from different books or, you know, what I've got from different messages or whatnot. I did one on a paragraph of different type styles of love, and agape love is the one that was most significant to me, that stood out the most. But that was in the mind research, the brain research book or whatever. It's like this thick. It's kind of like a textbook, but it talks about love. Of course, that's an important thing when you're studying, you know, the mind and the brain and understanding, you know, the body and how it works. So yeah, with that being said, I've been studying it, you know, from my own personal experiences that I've had, you know, with a boyfriend, because I've never been married. I don't have any children, you know, so, you know, the love that I've experienced has been between, you know, like family and people that, you know, I, you know, considered a friend or consider a friend now, you know, in my life. So I think this is just a great opportunity for us with the OGs United platform, network, and everything else that it's evolving into, formerly known as the OG Academy. I think it's a phenomenal time for us to learn how to have better relationships with ourselves and with one another, and, you know, the phenomenal things that, you know, can come from that, you know, from a little, not a little, but, you know, on a smaller scale, like in our individual homes, and then going off into, you know, our schools and, you know, our community programs, and, you know, just our neighborhoods, our zip codes, our states, you know, our city, our states, you know, our countries. Like, we can figure this out. I saw something in Motherland News earlier that was exciting to me, where Ghanaians have invested some millions of dollars into one of those recreational centers for kids, where they have like bowling and the moon bouncing, or the, you know, jumping trampoline park type of things. And I thought that was really exciting to see in a place like Ghana, where most people would think more of, you know, dirt roads and goats walking down the street and people walking barefoot, like a more impoverished image, or, you know, not impoverished, but that could be someone's perspective, or it's another word I want to say, or like not modern not modern looking, basically. So I thought that was just great to see, and to be able to share where it may help other people, be able to see like, oh wow, that looks dope, that looks like modern, that looks like something that I would love to visit and potentially go and experience living. So with that being said, I think this is going to just be a platform update, but I'm about to do 3 readings. I'm doing a money message, like that's going to be pretty much an abundance message. So a look at, what type of things we could be facing this month as far as soul's journey lessons that we want to be aware of to kind of, make sure that we are staying focused and productive and, just handling our business to make sure our money stays doing what it's supposed to be doing, how it's supposed to be doing it. So that's going to be the first reading. And I'm going to share them on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Patreon, and I said Facebook. I don't even know if I'm going back to Facebook, to be honest. Nah, I'm going to do it on the Experience Black Transformations Facebook page. I am going to post on that one. So it'll be there on Instagram, on YouTube, and OGs United on marissablack.com, of course, as well as the OG Network. So I'm going to put it on various platforms and make that available publicly. Now, the other 2 readings are going to be for our patron subscribers, our Black Card members. So Organized Goddess 11, that's formerly known as the Goddess Gang. Yes, I'm going to do a special reading for my truth tellers. You know what I mean? You have, like I said, truth speakers earlier, or whatever I said, but my truth tellers. We have the truth seekers, that's OGs United, also known as, or formerly known as, the OG Academy. So that's for our truth seekers, those who are seeking, greater understanding and wisdom from respected, reliable, sources and teachers, basically. So OGs is Organized Gods and Goddesses, if you weren't aware of that. So that's what the OGs United Energy Forecast is going to be focused on. Information for the truth seekers. Then, like I said, the Organized Goddess 11 crew, my beautiful ladies, oh my gosh, I love y'all. This reading is going to be for you. All right. So yeah, if you have any questions, you can send me a message through the Black Book that can be found in my Linktree at Linktree/Experience Black. Another way to access that is the remote on marissablack.com. So you go to the menu section or scroll down to, the bottom where all the information and resources are, and click on the remote. It'll take you to my Linktree. Scroll all the way down under OGs United. That is where you will find the Black Book, and you can send me a message through there. I will respond as soon as I can. I also appreciate donations for my time, and if you receive anything of value and you want to reciprocate, the energy with a financial donation, that's always greatly appreciated. Everything that I get goes back into investing in, the platform and myself, because I got to take care of me too to be able to take care of the platform. So I'm pretty transparent about that. But with that being said, my schedule is updated for May. I am still at Top Notch in Columbia, South Carolina on Broad River Road. And my schedule now is 10 to 6, Monday through Saturday. Now, I want to be clear on that. On Mondays is when, I pretty much work by appointment. So I'm not in the shop all day stationary. But if someone schedules online or, calls me and I'm able to work it out, then, we'll do it like that. But for the most part, Tuesday through Saturday, I'm going to be there 10 to 6 unless my calendar is blocked off. If something comes up where I'm requested to do a class or I have to travel or something like that, I will update, my calendar on Schedulicity. For those of you who are familiar with Schedulicity, but also on the website, if you go to Schedule Now, you'll be able to see what I have available time-wise, and if something is blocked off, that means I'm not available. And if a service is not available, that means I'm not offering it at this time. The prices that are listed there are what they are, and in instances where someone doesn't schedule online and they do walk-ins, depending on the timing and what's going on at that day and time, there may be an upcharge in the service that they're requesting. I want to be transparent and clear about that, because I don't want anybody to say I'm trying to scam them. We use that type of word too loosely as well. And I ain't here to scam nobody about nothing. Okay, I'm legit with mine. So with that being said, if you decide that, you don't want to schedule online, but you prefer to do a walk-in, I reserve the right to upcharge for the service that you're requesting for, because I like to be prepared for my appointments, and when I have them on my calendar, that helps me be more organized. For those of you who like a little bit more details and information as to why, that's my preference. All right, so I've been rambling now for almost 37 minutes. I'm getting ready to do these 3 readings, and I will see you next time. Peace, love, and all that good stuff.